you said you were interested to see what this was like after being in Michigan, Ohio State. How would you describe your first taste of this rivalry?
A lot of fun. You know, it just had a different vibe than any game that we'd had this season. And guys that have been here in the past, you know, told me that was going to happen, and you know, it was cool. And obviously, the stadium wasn't packed, but with there being a lot of USC fans there too, it kind of felt like a neutral site a little bit, which made things even more interesting. So, yeah, just a lot of fun.
At the start of the fourth quarter, they came onto the field and were kind of jumping, dancing around. Did you notice that? Were any thoughts run through your mind seeing that?
Yeah. I mean, nothing like no positive thoughts. My mom always says if you don't have anything positive to say, don't say anything at all. So those are my thoughts.
Well, could you take us through that touchdown pass to Theo in the first quarter and your reaction afterwards?
Yeah, that was a cover zero look where we were going to have, you know, I alerted it at the line of scrimmage, just changed some blocking schemes around, and knew with the flat top defense that with Theo's speed, he was going to have a chance. And Iman Marshall, I remember hosting him when he visited Michigan. He's obviously their best secondary player, a top guy in the country, but you know that doesn't really scare us away. And I knew Theo was going to make a play. I just give him air, and he can adjust to it accordingly.
Knowing the kind of season you guys have had, it's been up and down for you personally, and then for the entire team. How does it feel to get this rivalry win and have this as a bragging right?
Yeah, the whole personally thing, it doesn't. That's all out the window. It doesn't really matter. It's just about the team, and I was telling some guys in there one of the main things I learned at Michigan was when you win, you represent the guys that you're playing with, the coaching staff, but all of the players and coaches that came before you, and all the players and coaches that are to come in the future. And that's what this win was about. It was, you know, for obviously this locker room of players and coaches, but all the Bruins that came before us with this rich history of a football program, and all the guys that are, you know, on the way.
And I know they mentioned the ups and downs and everything, but I mean, just can you walk me through what this week was just like from practice to the game? Just, you know.
I think we had a great week of training. Guys were locked in, just like every other week, though. And I know we had 2 wins going into this game, but it wasn't a 2-win football team. Obviously, injuries and everything kind of played a part into that record, but the coaching staff did a great job of keeping us focused. The guys had a great positive outlook every Monday when we come into meetings. So, yeah, we came in last Monday just excited. It was the crosstown rival, and we knew we could win this thing.
Joshua Kelly had a really great game, obviously. How does that kind of affect your maybe like mental preparation or confidence, kind of knowing that he can consistently put up yardage?
Yeah, well, I think a quarterback's best friend is a solid run game. And 295 yards, I think, that's more than solid. And just, it doesn't really help preparation or anything because you don't know going into the game that you're going to have a guy rush for 295, but in the flow of the game, it definitely helps. It helps play action. I think we hit a couple flat routes, big conversions on third down that, you know, I show play action, and they see, you know, counters and halfback dives right up the middle, so the linebackers and the safety start to cheat up, and that helps me out personally a lot.
Wilton, just it seemed like you were able to complete a lot of passes into tight spaces. How much did that jump ball on that first drive to the tight end kind of help get you going too?
Yeah, you know, they brought a edge crusher, and I came out of the play action, and I kind of saw it out of the corner of my eye, and yeah, I just was able to avoid the sack. And when I saw Caleb have a little bit of space down the field, I knew that's all I needed because I knew he'd go up and make the play. So yeah, that really got the flow of the game going, jumped us out to a good start, and we were able to complete and convert that drive.
And you're one of the older guys on the team. You're not going to have as many games to play with UCLA as some of the younger guys, but do you feel like you cemented your personal legacy here at all?
Nah, it's not for me to decide, and you know, I think time tells that, and only here for one season, but the bottom line is we beat SC, we beat the crosstown rival, and LA belongs to the Bruins this year.
Wilton, in the play-by-play, this play might not stand out, but it was the drive when you guys were down 6 and you were going for your own 2-yard line. You got hit on the first play of the drive, and then that third down, the pass to Theo to keep that drive alive, and then you eventually score on Kelly's 55-yard run. How big was that pass, even though it didn't go for 30 yards or whatever?
Well, the one I threw away where I got hit pretty hard, that stands out because that hurt a lot. But Theo made a great read. They had, I think it was number 7, kind of in there in the middle of the field, the hole. He was spying, and Theo came around his break, saw that, and as soon as I locked eyes with Theo, I knew he had seen that. He got QB friendly, and we moved the chains, and it was a 96-yard touchdown drive or something like that. But yeah, that's big time. That's big time to get pinned back like that and then come out and answer with authority is game changer.
Thank you, Wilton.
Thanks, guys.